So what's up?
Not much. I've been finding like new rings of hell to descend into over the past week, but
Yeah?
other than that, just kind of using my weekend to self-care as best I can for now.
Nice. I'm glad.
What?
You gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah. What about you? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. So my phone's been on the fritz, and Apple is sending it away. And in the meantime, they gave me a loaner phone, and they dropped me down from a 7 to a 6. They don't want me to just like fucking run off with the phone that's better than the one I currently own, or the
That's.
same as.
I mean, like they're gonna be able to find you regardless.
Yeah, is the thing, but it's whatever. But the thing is, like, going from a 7 to a 6 is because the 7 is when they phased out the headphone jack. So I've got a headphone jack again.
So it's kind of an upgrade in a way.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And I also have an actual home button this time, not just a thing that vibrates when I put my thumb on it, which is really weird.
I haven't actually had an iPhone in like the longest time. I just got like a phone upgrade like the past year. So
Yeah, the home button has not been a actual button for like 4 years.
gee, okay.
It's
Weird.
just
I
kind of
feel
like, yeah, you just kind of like press on it and it like vibrates like it clicked, but it doesn't
Okay.
actually click.
I could see that. They just don't want to add more buttons and all that fun jazz.
Sure.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else did I do? I got turbo stoned out of my mind.
Nice.
With a
With
gravity
the
bong.
Yeah, how did that like did you construct it yourself or like with the help of a friend or
I had help. Girlfriend of the show, previous guest, Andrea. But yeah, so I'm on a loaner phone now. Got turbo stone on a gravity bong. Fucking. What else did I do? I watched all of I Think You Should Leave, which was really funny.
What is that? Is that like a TV show?
It's a sketch comedy Netflix show. It's just like weird, absurdist situations
Okay.
with like the most obnoxious people on the imaginable.
I feel like I could get into that. That's kind of my daily existence, just trying to be
Yeah.
the most obnoxious person in the room.
It's really funny and has the line, "Oh fuck, a clown pewter" in it.
A clown pewter.
A clown pewter, yeah, so that's the kind of computer a clown uses.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of imagined, maybe because of the movie we were watching, like a clown body built into a computer. But, I'd kind of prefer it that way.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you want to finish up the intro now and get into movie?
Yeah, let's do it.
And podcast now. It's fear baiting time. Welcome to fear baiting, everyone. It's your number one private police podcast.
Oh, interesting.
We ride the thin blue line and no other line on this podcast.
We stay strictly on the line and we take no sides whatsoever.
I'm Sara, and joining me is the thin blue line himself, Mogu, Blue Panda.
Hi, I'm Mogu. I'm also a furry and also in the ACAB Discord server when I can.
Yeah, which is how. Well, I think we knew each other a little bit before that, but that was.
Well, I found HKIP through Barking Points because you guys had Axel on, and then I just kind of stumbled from there to like Yada Yada Boys, and then post Game of Thrones, and then just kind of into like a giant podcasting hole.
Huh, I didn't know that. Well, you learn something new every day. Well, welcome,
Yeah.
Mogu. So since this is your first time on the podcast, we are going to force you at gunpoint to talk about your history with horror movies. Like what kind of genres you
God.
always liked, like when you started really watching these, all that kind of stuff.
So, I have a really vivid memory of the first horror movie I ever watched, which was in a taqueria when I was like in elementary school, and they had Chucky playing on the TV, and that
Like
gave me
OG Child's Play.
I don't know. I think it was like either the first or the second, just kind of guessing on like at what period in my life it was.
Sure.
And it was just kind of, it freaked me out and it gave me nightmares for years. And I kind of like stayed away from horror movies after that. And slowly over time, I've had friends introduce me to really great horror movies. Like until like It Follows maybe was the first like big horror movie that I really got into.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tokyo Gore Police was something that like I found actually really early on, like before I even watched any of the Saw series.
Yeah, this is one, in my opinion, this movie that we watched this week is I feel like one of those horror movies that does not exactly clock as a horror movie. That like there are movies that I point to that I watched when I was young that I did not really clock as horror movies, or like not being scary enough to really like merit. Like, they were, like, horror-y subjects, but because I was not scared enough of them, they were not horror movies. This includes movies like Dead Alive, the Peter Jackson zombie movie, which is much more comedy than it is horror.
Totally.
I'm trying to think of other movies that I watched. I mean, I watched The Thing really young, and that's... Well, not really young. I watched The Thing when I was, like, 16, and that scared the fuck out of me.
Oh, that'll do that for sure.
That's definitely not a movie. That's definitely a horror movie. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway.
Oh, that's fine. Well, like, I feel like this kind of fits in, like, the opposite spectrum of, like, the It Follows, or, like, the really atmospheric kind of, like, horror films that really got me into, like, horror films again. But I still have, like, a really big soft spot for, like, these kind of, maybe not, like, horror movies, but, like, kind of fun, cheeky, like, kind of schlocky, like, horror movies in a way. Like, I don't know, the only recent one I can kind of feel like I can compare it to is Krampus. Like, that kind of horror movie that, like, is totally, like, not serious and, like, really fun, but obviously a lot less bloody than this one.
Yeah, Krampus surprisingly less gore than this movie.
Shockingly. Maybe I should kind of explain, like, how I first found this movie, because it's kind of a fun...
Yeah, this is definitely a more obscure one, I feel like.
I actually found this in, like, the beginning of high school, because I'm a really big fan of this movie called The Machine Girl, which is kind of like a schlocky action Japanese film with, like, a similarly revengeful female protagonist. And the guy who did the gore effects for that movie is the guy who kind of headed up this movie. So I kind of made the connection after learning about The Machine Girl. And I actually watched this movie with my parents for the very first time. And we actually made it a surprisingly far way through. But eventually, by the time we got to the penis gun, we eventually had to turn it off. But we turned it off there, and I wouldn't end up actually watching the rest of the movie, like, several years later, when I kind of stumbled upon it when I was, like, watching really nostalgic videos or nostalgic movies and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I was kind of surprised that my parents even just, like, let me get that far into such a movie, but they kind of loved it up until then.
Yeah, the penis gun is definitely a moment.
It's quite a moment.
It's a big hill to crest, and I think that, like, if you like, that is definitely a turning point in that movie where I feel like I could have easily just been like, fuck this. Mm-hmm. But if you crest that hill, I think you'll like the rest of the movie.
When you crest the penis, you kind of enjoy the rest.
Yeah. Just crest that dick. Just hit that dick apex and you're good.
Mm-hmm. Just get over it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we watched Tokyo Gore Police this week on Fear Baiting. Mm-hmm. The movie starts with like we can do upcominghorrormovies.com, but Midsummer is out and I haven't seen it yet. Will not be seeing it until next week, so I don't really know too much about it. Let's see. Anything interesting? The Banana Splits horror movie has some new photos in the gallery. Thanks.
Banana Splits?
Are you familiar with the Banana Splits?
I'm not.
Okay, so imagine a Chuck E. Cheese horror movie.
So kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's horror movie.
Kind of like that, yeah. Except for like if Chuck E. Cheese was a TV show, and also if Five Nights at Freddy's was like a real thing, because like the Banana Splits was a real kids show, and now they're making a horror movie out of it where it's just Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty sick. I could get into that.
You have much more faith in this than I do.
I'm just a really big fan of, like, I get kind of an abnormal amount of enjoyment for just straight up bad movies than I feel like some people.
Oh, fully. So this is getting a digital/DVD release only, no theatrical release, and then it will be debuted on TV on the Sci-Fi Network.
That's a really good sign for its quality, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, every good movie's ever been on Sci-Fi. So yeah, this movie opens with our main character, fucking Ruka, just doing like a little monologue where she's like, "I want to be a police officer just like my daddy when he."
I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud of him. And then there's a shot of her dad, and her dad's head just explodes.
Yeah, kind of just like a scanner style kind of head pop.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I enjoy it.
This movie gets off on the right foot, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It really sets the tone.
Yeah, absolutely. So then we flash forward a little bit to do we get like an ad here for the Tokyo police force has been privatized, or do we get a chainsaw fight first?
I don't remember which one came first, but there is like there's a lot of like really cool kind of what's that movie, like Earth Defense Force or style, like kind of parody kind of like parody style police ads saying, "Hey, we've privatized the police, and this is going to be really good to help protect you because privatizing the police is good." And
they shoot a man to death on a television ad, and like it's a guy who's killed 15 teenagers.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like, I think that ad shows up again at the end.
Yeah. Kind of makes you think.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they're trying to say some kind of message about the police, maybe.
Just, if you think about it, it might be, you might come to that conclusion, yeah?
I don't know, my brain's a little too filled with blood to actually, like, think about that kind of thing.
So the thing about this movie is that it does something that Blair always likes to talk about, and it's one of my favorite things, is that all the bodies are just blood. There's no bones in anyone's body, it's just blood from top to bottom. Except for one point when someone gets melted into a skeleton. Then they have bones, but
that's like the one bone in the whole kind of
film. It's the exception that very much proves the rule.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's just kind of like a water balloon filled with blood ready to pop, basically. Which is fun. We talked about the advertisement, and we're kind of going to like the first opening fight of the film, which kind of it opens with our main character doing a Team Fortress style rocket jump with a rocket launcher up onto the top of the building.
Yeah, it's great.
She just kind of points it straight down into the ground and goes.
Yeah, she yeets herself up.
Mm-hmm. And just kind of lands on the top of this basically skyscraper. And there's another man up there, which we would know as like a engineer. Is this like is this the key master guy, the keyblade?
No, this is not the key master. This is just some fucking rando who she beats the shit out of.
Yeah, he's got a chainsaw for his arm, which is cool. And he's like kind of sticking them into police officer faces and going fucking buck wild. But then he kind of has like a chain on his chainsaw and he spins it around and
like a kusuri-kama.
Oh yeah, like a chainsaw-kama. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's close.
I was trying to do a joke that combined chainsaw, kusuri-kama, and Akira Kurosawa.
Oh,
but
God.
It was not coming together.
You have to like write that down before you actually see it. That's too complicated.
Yeah.
Chainsaw. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. This isn't the kind of like, I know you expected more of me on the podcast than just this.
Kasuri Kurchains. Fuck it. Fuck this game. This game sucks.
At least you can say we tried.
Anyways, so the Chainsaw Man fucking explodes.
Yeah, basically.
And so the future has great cops.
Yeah, the cops are really good friends. They love to protect the people of the city privately and get money for it.
Yeah.
Does it then go into the ad about oh no, it's the main character Ruko cutting her wrist, basically, like a whole bunch. There's a lot of that in this movie, and I really hate to see it.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's not even like a thing that like is a trigger of mine or anything. It's just like I don't like it.
Yeah, there's like no, like, even in like the over the top way it's done, it's still just like very like visceral, and there's even like kind of an advertisement for like, oh, get like a better knife to like cut your wrist with, because that's all the cool kids are doing, which just kind of sucks to see.
Well, we meet Keyhead, Keyman.
Yeah, Key Man.
The leader of the fucking... Not the lead... Like, is he the leader of the engineers?
I think he just, like, makes them. He's, like, the guy who kind of...
Okay.
He takes the little key tumors out of his head and then puts them into other people.
In people to make them into engineers.
Silicon Valley engineers.
And she tries to find him, but instead he fucking sticks the brain key into her arm. Well, she tries to fight him, and then she slices his face open with a katana, and then he pulls his face up, and his head turns into machine gun eyes.
He pulls off his whole wig, including the upper half of his face.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Just kind of, like I said during the filming, just like Blastoise eyes kind of come out.
Oh, yeah, it's 100% Blastoise eyes.
And start shooting like meat chunks out of it, basically.
Yeah, and they get into a fight, and he wins, but he doesn't, like, kill her or anything. He just sticks his brain key into her arm scar, and her arm explodes open, and then she wakes up the next day, and it's like, wow, was that a dream? What the fuck?
The arm exploding open is, like, a really cool practical
effect.
Absolutely.
Reminded me of, I know I mentioned The Thing earlier. Reminded me a little bit of The Thing.
No, totally. Like, the kind of, like, absurd, like, alienistic feeling practical effects are, like, they really lend themselves to, like, the gory feel of the film.
Absolutely, yes.
Is after this the bar? Or does she go back home to her police chief? And that's when we see Weird Valdo.
God, this movie scrambled my memory so much. It was just like every 5 minutes something else weird and wild was happening, and I was so much more focused on that than I was the actual, like, happenings of the movie.
Yeah, we can just, like, mostly skip through, like, the mostly wild events.
Yeah, because the next big event that I remember happening is that one cop getting into, like, a big back alley brawl and, like, getting injected with the key man sticks the tumor key into this cop's head and then sticks a tumor in there.
Yeah.
The tumor key in there, then shuts the head, and then the next day that cop shows up at the precinct with, like, elephant dick.
Yeah. He like, buys the funny number girl of 69 and, like, gets trapped in this weird sex chair, and then shows up later, basically, at his precinct and fucks up all of his friends with a giant elephant gun dick?
Yeah, a giant elephant gun dick.
I don't want to skip too far over the crocodile Dundee.
I thought that was later.
No, he gets, like, infected there, and then he goes...
Yes, that's right. He gets infected by crocodile pussy.
Yeah, the one thing that, like, kind of has always stuck in my mind after this film.
The croc puss.
He, like, shoots off her lower half with a Uzi, basically.
Yeah.
And he slowly crawls away, and she crawls after him. And has just, like, her legs are the different sides of the mouth for a crocodile. And just gives him a few good chomps before dying, basically.
Yeah. Oh, God. He fucking blasts her pussy, though.
he shoots a full clip in there.
Yeah, and then he says "fuck you" in English, jams the barrel of the Uzi into her crock pussy, and obliterates it.
He also very much does like pull a ligament on his detached arm to fire the gun. Like it's not even like him directly pulling the trigger, which is it just kind of shows like how fucking wild this movie can be.
Yeah, just manipulate the synapses, manually manipulate the synapses in your brain to fucking explode, to fucking shoot your gun. Fuck it, who gives a shit?
Ah, that's the one I have to pull. There we go.
Yeah. So in the aftermath of crocodile pussy victim, elephant dick.
Elephant dick. Yeah, there is a very large like elephant sound effect when it shows up.
Yeah, when his giant fleshy gun dick shows up. He dies, but takes on a shitload of cops with him, and then the cops are like, all right, anyone who's suspected of being an engineer, we kill them on sight. Just fucking brain them. Do it.
Yeah, and they basically just start killing anyone, like, kind of civilians, people who aren't engineers, and there's this one fight between, like, a cop where the cop kind of gets her skin melted from evil green slime titty juice, and just kind of, that's when we see her full skeleton, which is weird.
Yeah.
I think...
Is this when she goes to visit Keyman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to visit Keyman and is like, hey, what the fuck? And then he, like just sits down with her and is like, so, the day your dad was killed, that was my dad who did the assassinating, and he just kind of crouched there and shot your dad in the head? But then someone shot my dad in the head, so what the fuck? Anyways, don't be mad at me because my dad killed your dad. And then... We have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, let's work together.
I was studying the genes of murderers, and
you were studying
my
the Blade.
dad died. While you were studying the Blade, I was studying the genes of murderers. My dad died, and then I was like, oh fuck, I guess I've gotta eat all this. And then he injected himself with a billion things and became the engineer and became Keyman.
Yeah, and that's like he basically sits down and explains the plot for everyone.
Yeah. And then she's like, well, alright, bye, and fucking cuts him in half hot dog style with her sword.
Yep, she's like, well, thank you for telling me this lovely story. Time to fuck you up, and then basically head off and do my own thing. Oh, shucks, okay. So after she leaves, is kind of like when she's going through all of the, like, different, like, areas of, like, people who have been hurt from the police, and she's going full ACAB, basically.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because she, like, also... How does she get all the powers? Does she, like, inject herself with the bad guy DNA?
She had the key in there from when, like, Keyman put the key in her.
Okay.
But then she gets shot in the eye by one of the guys near, like, the big stack of, like, arms and legs and stuff. And...
Oh, yeah, is this when she plows into that?
Yeah, she just, like, does it like a fucking, like, cart of fruit, basically. She just drives through it.
No! My cabbages!
All of my arms and legs!
No! My carotids!
No! Anyway, kills two cops, gets her eye shot out. It regrows as like a cyber eye.
Yeah, she's a little hurt, but she's fine.
Yeah, just a little damage in the eye, no problem.
Yeah.
It actually makes her stronger.
Yeah. And this isn't blood, it's victory wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Then later, we kind of, we meet a character who was introduced earlier, who I think, I just called her Mama when I wrote it down.
Uh-huh.
The lady who runs the bar, who's kind of like the friend of Ruko. And she does have a cool fight scene with a few police where she breaks a bottle, jams the bottom of the bottle into a cop's face, and then like spits out his face onto the floor.
Yeah, she does the same thing that I'm trying to think of, like oh god, what is the fucking? She like blow darts his face onto the floor. she doesn't blow dart. She fucking spitballs it.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. But
thank you. I finally got there.
Finally. But even after she does kill a few cops, she does get drawn in quartered by cops, which is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
It's kind of a bad way to go in terms of, like, the different ways that people die in this movie.
Yeah, like, if you really think about it, it sucks to go out that way.
And she does break apart both hot dog and hamburger style. Kind of.
Yeah, she gets drawn and quartered. She gets drawn, quartered, and just fucked all the way up.
Just kind of turned into 4 little distinct pieces.
Yeah. She gets cross-sectioned.
Yeah, exactly. What's the main character's name again?
Ruka.
Ruka heads back to the police station after that, basically. She gets back to the police station and kind of... It seems like by the time she gets there, they already know that she's she's out to go kill more police, basically.
Well, yeah, she's. It's pretty obvious she's become an engineer. And she gets into a fight with like this scientist guy from her police station. It's like, oh, so you finally become an engineer, and he's got like this fucking, it's like a fucking 6-shooter of fists.
Yeah, it's a fist gun, not in the fun way.
What's the fun way?
Like a funny sex fisting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
That way.
I get you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now we're on the same wavelength here.
Yeah. It fucking rules. It's like gargantuan, and like the fists when they're flying, they make middle fingers at her. And like I don't even remember how this scientist guy beats it. I just know that he does.
He takes a few of the middle fingers. Like Ruka does like a hermit purple and makes a vine that spins the middle fingers around and just like kind of uses them to impale him.
Yeah, it's great.
They do like a really slow motion shot, which is basically just like a person moving their hand like around very slowly.
Yeah, pretty much looked exactly like that.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought that was very funny.
So then the scientist guy beats it. And she basically moves on to, like, the penultimate boss, which is this kind of creepy Voldo-looking motherfucker who is, like, all in bondage gear and...
Yeah. Oh, I feel like we should clarify. The thing about Voldo is that he very much has hands and legs. He just straps things onto it, as opposed to this woman who is just a quadriplegic who has been strapped into a bunch of knives.
Yeah,
a bunch of knife limbs.
Kind of Voldo sans appendages. Plus blades. And they kind of have like a fun kind of action fight. Not too sure how to describe it other than just like lots of clashing swords, and Voldo jumps around a bit. Gets thrown into a desk.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't even remember how that fight ends, honestly. How does she beat Voldo? They just like fucking breakdance for 5 minutes, and then...
Yeah. Like, there's a little bit of like CGI, like Voldo jumping off the walls and shit, but she just like breaks the swords and throws her into a desk.
Yeah, she doesn't kill her because she needs to come back at the end of the movie.
Yeah, she shows up with like sick gun arms and legs.
Yeah, gun legs instead of knife legs.
Yeah, the only logical upgrade for someone missing their arms and legs.
Around this point, she faces the final boss, who is the police chief, and he's like, "Oh, I killed your father, but I made you into the perfect engineer hunter." And then he cuts off his legs and uses the blood spurt to fucking jetpack himself at Ruka.
Yeah, he just like kind of like grunts really hard to like make the blood shoot out harder, and just like slowly rises into the air and is fucking flying like Superman all throughout the room, trying to kill her. But how does he stop her? She just grabs him? Right? Yeah. She like takes him apart. She like slices him apart and then cuts his head off. Yeah.
And it's good.
It's a really good, like, satisfying ending, in my opinion. Just like...
Yeah. I liked the end, especially because a cop dies at the end of it.
Yeah, a lot of good cop death in this one.
Yeah. And we get another... Oh my god, I just realized we completely skipped over something fucking hilarious from, like, an hour earlier in the movie. Which is the, the commercial that they have for the game that is just the Wiimote strapped to a sword.
God.
And they, like, it's connected somehow to, like, a real prisoner being cut up. And it just says on the bottom of the screen, like, this is not virtual recreation, this is an actual man. And just, like, this woman just, like, gleefully, like, standing in her kitchen with a sword taped to her Wiimote, just going, wee! Ha-ha!
Like, an actual Wiimote. The whole family getting together just to, like, murder a fun prisoner.
Yeah,
that's the VR that I'm looking for.
It really makes you feel like we live in a society.
I like to think about how real and true it is.
Yeah. It's good, it's true, and above all else, I love to see it.
I see it, and good?
Yeah. But then that trailer from the beginning of the movie plays again, and then the film, like, burns in the middle of it, and then there's Ruka standing loud and proud in the middle of it.
Like, very much...
And then the credits roll.
Yep. I don't think there's much, like... It kind of ends very suddenly, honestly.
Yeah.
But, like, overall, like, pretty strong. Like... Yeah.
And apparently, according to Wikipedia, which I didn't know because we didn't stick to the end credits, at the end credits, it's revealed that Key-Man is still alive.
Oh, well, after getting sliced in half, huh?
I mean, worse things happen to people in this movie who just wind up being fine.
I bet you that the mama from the bar, she got split into 4. She's probably fine. She'll be in the sequel.
Oh, yeah, no. She is just 4 discrete bodies now.
That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah. So on a scale of 0 to 5 crocopussies, how many crocopussies are you rating this one?
Oh my... I would have to give... Well, it's not like a great movie, but I think it's a really fun movie. So I'll give it like 7 out of 10 crocopussies.
7 out of 10 crocopussies? I'm going to give it maybe like 6. I gotta stick to my out of 5, so it's a 3 out of 5 to me, crocopussies. Wild ride, but I feel like I kind of need to watch it again.
Yeah, kind of. It's the kind of film you have to watch over and over again to get.
Yeah, if you think you have to have a very high IQ to understand Tokyo Gore Police.
Only the finest.
We have questions.
Ooh, it's exciting.
So a question from @Tynenwolf, who wants to know, what would you want your engineer mutation to be?
Well, like, I guess you have to get hurt first in order for it to...
Yeah, it's like Darker Than Black, except for the opposite, where Darker Than Black you get to use your superpower and then you have to hurt yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what you're referencing, but I agree wholeheartedly.
It's fine, I don't think anyone listening does either.
It's fine. They'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Definitely not the dick one. Like,
I don't... Like, if there was, like, a cool way or a sexy way to do any of this, but it's all just, like, extremely utility-based, and the only utility is murder.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that's just like, oh, shit, it's the shape-shifting one, or like, oh, shit, this one makes me 2 feet taller, so I can, like, ball on my haters.
It's just all guns, so, like...
Yeah, it's all guns and all swords, so I don't know what I want my mutation to be. It's all, like, horrifying, too.
Maybe, like... maybe just, like, a part of my butt. Just, like, one cheek.
Party on the left, business on the right.
Exactly. Like, just in case anyone's getting a little bit too
ass is just like your left ass is just like irradiated.
Anyone who touches it just starts to melt, basically.
Yeah, but your right butt cheek is like perfectly fine.
I mean, I have to have one good one at least.
Yeah, you have to have one perfectly normal butt cheek.
Perfect.
Tynan also wants to know, on a more serious note, did y'all notice how intense some of the ableism in this movie was? The coroner guy and the weird gimp lady, it just struck me as a lot of fetishism and othering of people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's like, there are a lot of movies in this, like, I want to say almost grindhouse style of Japanese, Japanese grindhouse films.
Yeah. Even, like, American Grindhouse, to an extent, has...
Yeah, that's very true. Maybe it's just Grindhouse as a whole is kind of like that. And I don't say that like as an excuse to it. I just say that as like a it's about average for the course here.
Mm-hmm. Like especially for horror movies.
I don't like to see it. But horror movies do that a lot. I feel like grindhouse horror movies do that a lot.
It's a really unfortunate trope, honestly. That once you get hurt, let's power them up by giving them a gun. Yeah, that's what gives disabled people power.
Fucking Planet Terror, the first half of the two-parter that Quentin Tarantino refers to as the Grindhouse Collection or what the fuck ever.
Isn't that the one with like the lady who gets a gun on her leg?
Yeah, gun on her arm, gun on her leg.
Yeah, like that's a pretty good example of it, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah. So now we're gonna move into recommendations.
Ooh.
Where you just recommend a thing that you like.
If it's okay, I go first.
Go for it.
Like to recommend the movie that actually got me into Tokyo Gore Police, which was The Machine Girl. I talked about it a little bit earlier, so I won't go on too long, but it's kind of like a schlocky, action-filled kind of... in this vein of action where it's like kind of campy and over the top, lots of like blood spurts, but it has like a much better story throughout it. The main character is a lot more interesting. There's a part where her arm gets like tempura fried. And
yeah.
It has a lot of like really, I guess, shocking scenes like this movie, but I feel like it carries all of it out better. Although I certainly wouldn't call it like a horror movie. Like, if you're looking for like a good schlock movie with like really strong lesbian energy and just something, honestly, like something you want to like get stoned and relax with your friends and laugh at.
Nice. My recommendation this week is gonna be... I'm always hesitant to recommend new anime when the new season is starting, but I have a really good feeling about Dr. Stone. The entire premise is everyone on Earth gets turned to stone. Just all the people, all the animals and shit are fine, but the people, and then, like, 3,000 years later, two dudes, like, are de-stonified, and then they have to fucking rebuild society from square one, and it's really fucking cool, and the main character looks like just like a handful of scallions, and I love it.
So you're saying that everyone gets stoned?
Thanks for listening to Fear Baiting, everyone. Mogu, thank you very much for being on this week's episode of Fear Baiting. It was another delight to have you.
Well, thank you for having me on the podcast. It was a lot of fun, and I hope it's good to listen to.
Where can people find you?
People can find me at Mogu Blue, Mogu Blue, MOGUBLU on Twitter. I also do a podcast called the Huff and Puff Podcast, which is about sexual identity and expression, while we also smoke weed on it. And it's really fun. We haven't released an episode in like 5 months, but I have one in the works right now.
Next time you do one, get at me.
Heck yeah! I think you'd honestly be an amazing guest. It'd be perfect.
I'd be very excited to do that.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much for listening to Fear Baiting. If you want to find us, we are Fear Baiting everywhere, including Patreon. Patreon.com/fearbaiting. $1 a month gets you early access to our episodes. $5 a month gets you a message of your choosing, and we say your name. And also $10 a month gets you to make us watch a movie of your choosing and also say your name. So thank you to Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, and Ducky Aisha. We love you all very much.
Hell yeah, we love you.
If you want to find me, I can be found on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. Same thing at snouts.online on Mastodon. That's my Twitch. Also, that's me everywhere. Check me out on the other podcast that I do regularly, The Wonder Years, which is the Animorphs podcast. I do with editor of this show, Blair. Thank you for editing. And musician Seda, who also does the intro and outro music for this podcast. Thank you very much, Seda.
Thank you.
I also do Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, the Leftism podcast for the Terminally Online with 12 or 13 or 4. I genuinely don't know how many there are anymore. Other people. It's a great podcast. And
a lot of lovely people.
Thank you very much to Matt GameCube and the Noisespace.xyz network for graciously hosting this and all of those podcasts. And I think that's everything. So I've been Sara.
And I'm Mogu.
And remember,
you can hide a dead guy anywhere. Is that right?
No, it's you can put a fucked up guy anywhere, but we're leaving that one in. You'd have to say the real one now, though. And remember...
you can hide a fucked up guy anywhere.
Close enough.
Sorry.